Turkish forces have captured a number of villages in northwestern Syria on the third day of an offensive to oust Kurdish fighters, Turkish media report. Troops, accompanied by allied Syrian rebels, reportedly seized control of several areas in Afrin on Monday. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said he would not step back in the assault following talks with Russia. Turkey considers the Kurdish YPG militia it is targeting in the region to be a terrorist group. "We are determined, Afrin will be sorted out," Mr. Erdogan said in a live television broadcast in Ankara on Monday. "We will take no step back," he said, adding, "We spoke about this with our Russian friends, we have an agreement." The YPG, which controls much of northeastern Syria, is believed by Turkey to be an extension of the Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK, which has fought for Kurdish autonomy in Turkey for 3 decades. The YPG denies any direct links and is a crucial part of a US-backed alliance battling Islamic State as jihadists in Syria. Ankara has condemned the US for supporting the YPG, and this latest development in the Syrian civil war puts Turkey on a collision course with its NATO ally. What has happened on the ground? On Monday, the Afrin villages of Shankal, Korn, Bali, and Adamanli were reportedly captured, along with rural areas including Kida, Kordo and Bibno, according to Turkey's state-run Anadolu news agency. But the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, SOHR UK-based monitoring group, said the YPG had repelled Turkish troops from 2 villages that had been briefly captured in heavy fighting. The YPG also said that it had retaliated to Turkey's ground offensive with rocket fire on Turkish border areas. 2 people died, and 12 others were wounded when a rocket hit a camp housing Syrian rebel fighters near the border in Turkey's Hatay province, local reports said. The Syrian government, its ally Iran and Egypt have all condemned Turkey's offensive. A UN Security Council meeting due to take place later on Monday, which was called by France to discuss the humanitarian situation in Syria in general, is expected to discuss the latest developments in Afrin. What's the background to the offensive? Turkish ground troops, assisted by rebels from the Free Syrian Army FSA, crossed into northern Syria on Sunday as part of its offensive, called Operation Olive Branch, to push out the Kurdish People's Protection Unit's YPG. Mr. Erdogan has vowed to crush the YPG very quickly, but the US is urging Turkish restraint in order to avoid civilian casualties. Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim said the aim was to establish a 30 km 19-mile safe zone deep inside Syria. Plans for the operation were believed to have accelerated when US officials said earlier this month that it would help the Syrian Democratic Forces SDF alliance, which is dominated by the YPG, build a new border security force to prevent the return of IS. Some 25,000 pro-Turkey fighters have joined the offensive. Rebel Commander Major Yasser Abdulrahim told Reuters, "It is not clear how many Turkish soldiers are on the ground." Turkey's military said it had hit 45 targets on Sunday as part of its campaign. It earlier said dozens of airstrikes had taken out 153 targets belonging to Kurdish militants. What are the casualties? The SOHR said on Monday that 18 civilians had so far been killed in the Afrin region.